Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about something we all possess equally. It's spent very differently. Any guesses? You can share your comments. Well, it's time, not money, not fame, not success. But here's the truth. Most people don't realize time is not just time. Time is energy. Where your time goes, your energy flows, or your energy follows. And where your energy flows, your life begins to shape itself. Think about it. The people you spend hours thinking about, the habits you repeat every day, the fears you feed, the dreams you postpone, the excuses you rehearse, all of these consume energy. And slowly, silently, they become your life. That is why healing, fitness, emotional balance, and even success are deeply connected to how you use your time. Because every minute is either building you or draining you. So there is a hidden exhaustion of modern life. We live in a world where people are constantly tired, not always physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You can sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted because your mind never truly rested. You're scrolling endlessly, you're comparing yourselves, doing overthinking, the conversations, reliving painful memories, worrying about the future. Many people think healing begins with motivation, but healing often begins with energy management. Ask yourself, what is silently stealing my energy every day? Sometimes it's toxic relationships, sometimes it's guilt, sometimes it's lack of movement, sometimes it's living a life disconnected from your body. And this is where fitness enters the conversation. Not as punishment, not as aesthetics, not as obsession, but as healing. You know why? Because fitness is not just about weight. You're not just losing your weight if you are going for a fitness routine, if you're taking up a fitness routine. Okay, so fitness is one of the most misunderstood forms of self care. People think fitness is about six pack abs, calories, or looking perfect for social media. But true fitness is deeper than appearance. Fitness teaches discipline, it teaches emotional release, it teaches consistency, it teaches resilience. When you move your body, you move stagnant emotions too. Have you ever noticed it? Stress sits in the shoulder, fear sits in the chest, anxiety sits in the stomach, sadness lives in exhaustion. So, movement changes energy. Even a 20-minute walk can interrupt a spiral of overthinking. Even stretching can reconnect you to yourself. Even dancing alone in your room can become therapy. Your body remembers everything your mind tries to ignore. Have you ever noticed it? That, and you know what? Healing begins when the body finally feels safe again. But how your body feels safe again? Because of time. But many often unnoticed. Because one of the biggest mistakes people make is believing healing happens overnight, but it doesn't. It can't happen overnight. Healing is not dramatic, it is repetitive. It is waking up every day and choosing yourself again. It is drinking water instead of poison disguised as comfort. It is resting instead of proving your worth through burnout. It is saying no without guilt. It is returning to routines that protect your peace. And most importantly, healing is learning that not every hour deserves your emotional energy. You do not need to respond to every argument. You do not need to carry every memory. You do not need to fix everyone. Some things heal only when you stop feeding them your time. So, what are you doing? It means that you're not supposed to feed your time every day to every person, because there's the energy of routine. And let me tell you something powerful. Like a peaceful routine can save your life, not a perfect routine, a peaceful one. Imagine beginning your day slowly, stretching, breathing deeply, walking in silence, reading a few pages, writing your thoughts, working out not because you hate your body but because you respect it. That changes your entire emotional frequency, believe it or not. Because the body loves the rhythm. And when your body feels stable, your mind slowly follows. People often search for balance in huge life changes. But balance is usually created in small, repeated moments. A healthy breakfast, a walk at sunset, 10 minutes of journaling, 1 hour away from screens, enough sleep, enough water, enough silence, tiny habits, massive transformation. Right, so these tiny habits can bring massive transformation, but it can't bring overnight. It requires a change. It requires every day of practice, because emotional fitness matters too. So we speak about physical fitness constantly, but what about emotional fitness? Can you sit alone without panic? Can you regulate your emotions during stress? Can you let go without revenge? Can you rest without guilt? That is emotional strength. And emotional fitness requires practice too. Right? It requires meditation, therapy, prayer, journaling, nature walks, honest conversations. These are workouts for the soul, right? Your soul, because your emotional world is around the soul, also needs movement, flexibility, and recovery. Because a strong body with an exhausted mind still suffers, and that suffering is your emotional suffering, and you need that balance. You know why? Because balance is the power. Balance does not mean your life becomes perfect. It means you stop abandoning yourself. So if I say abandoning yourself, I don't mean that you have stopped living only for deadlines or validation or survival. You begin creating space for joy. And joy is healing. Okay. So if joy is healing, it means that you are laughing with friends, you are cooking peacefully, listening to music, you are watching rain from a window, creating art, reading stories, dancing badly, existing slowly. So these moments matter. Not everything valuable needs productivity attached to it. Sometimes healing is simply allowing yourself to live fully in the present moment. Okay, so you are supposed to live in the present moment rather than wasting your energy on overthinking. So, supposed to protect your energy like your future depends on it, because it does. Protect your mornings, protect your sleep, protect your attention, protect your peace. शादी का बुला लो बोल दो अभी नहीं आ सकती. Every yes costs energy. Every emotional attachment costs energy. Every distraction costs energy. So ask yourself daily, is this helping me grow or draining me slowly? You're not required to carry chaos forever. You're allowed to become lighter. And you know what? This is what happened when I was appearing for many entrance exams, and I was feeling that I was constantly draining my energy when I was not getting approval from one workplace. So I was quite disappointed, but then I decided not to waste my time on sending many applications, because the time is an invisible form. Once spent, it never returns. So use it wisely. Move your body, heal your mind, protect your peace, create balance. Choose routines that nourish you. Choose people who calm your nervous system. Choose habits that make your future self proud. And remember this, you do not heal in one giant moment. You heal in small decisions repeated consistently over time. So one day when I got the approval from one place, then I was quite happy, because I thought that okay, my time is not wasted and I utilized it. So one workout, one deep breath, one healthy boundary, one peaceful morning, one courageous choice at a time. Because every minute you spend nurturing yourself becomes energy for the life you truly deserve. I hope this message resonated with you. If you really want to know something about emotional balance, fitness, healing, storytelling, then you can like and share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.